Yo, what is good? My anime faithful, what is good? Your boy back on the Spider-Man game, and it helps me think about how young and new our main character is to all of this, and how quickly he's kind of taking it in and being able to just understand there's going to be a lot of complications and a lot of things that couldn't be helped because it's already happened. But with that being said, seeing what has transpired thanks to a certain someone going into a theater, it's kind of scary to think one of the characters that we are getting to know might even deal with this guy, right? Like, I definitely would not want any characters that aren't the main characters to be meeting this guy, and for good reasons, clearly. All he did was touch someone's face and pretty much exploded, so I am not really looking forward to seeing what he can do when his hands are looking the way that they are, looking the way that our main character's hands look when he actually puts on that flames that he had this week. But regardless, this is where the show really starts kind of taking off, in my opinion, because now that we have a good understanding of how ridiculously powerful someone is compared to someone who's kind of average, we see there's no like hesitation half the time, right? Like there's just instant death on the floor. But when you get to the people like our main teacher, and you get to people like our the guy who clearly like took out a special grade, and he beat up on our main guy a little bit. So there's a lot of ridiculously powerful people out there, but if you aren't as strong as them, you're getting destroyed in this show. So to think that anybody is going to meet up with this guy who he feels like he isn't even supposed to be seen by humans, right? So, or in the case of not being seen, he wasn't seen. So, in some way, shape, or form, he is a manifestation, or he's some type of curse. He's an actual curse. In the case of how the guy went to that dinner table or the table at the restaurant, and no one could see all the monsters sitting with him, but just like just like this guy, he couldn't be seen. So he's pretty much the equivalent of that, which is actually even scarier when you think about it. Like he's pretty much free to come and go as he pleases because no one's gonna be able to really stop him. So very very interesting stuff. I do love how wacky and insane every character kind of has to be in this show. Oops, in this show, seeing how that was like just the theme of the people who can actually join. You have to be some crazy kook who wants to be doing this type of line of work, and you can't have any regrets if anything bad winds up happening. Like, there's a lot of things that we're going into meeting these people for the first time, so it would make a lot of sense that now that we've met them and now that we've seen like what they are about, I'm not surprised that the person that our teacher thinks is safe and thinks is a good person is just as weird and interesting as him. To be fair, he's not as broken, but that's also my problem with this show's mentality towards their characters. It feels like any character is on the chopping block. Even the main character got pretty messed up quite quickly and easily, if I may add. So it's like not only does he have like superhuman strength and like superhuman speed and stuff, he's still getting caught off guard. And there's people who are on these jujitsu or they're sorcerers, but they're nowhere near as fast or probably as strong as our main guy. So that kind of puts into perspective of, yeah, they have the ability to control and be good at what they have, but do they have as much control and power to just throw away at every single fight? They don't. Not to mention that he has a way to regenerate limbs because his partner inside of him just wants to, right? So there's also that he has in this pocket. So I can't wait to see how far he's gonna grow. But I can already tell that his personality would not fit to get information about somebody and not try to use that information to his knowledge, right? And I think some people understand where I'm going with that. For others, I can explain it. Just in the case of, he knows that this guy who is taking him in has a weak spot for kids, and he's not going to put them in a certain position, especially if danger is involved. So what? Oh my God, I am stuck. I got actually combo stuck. Um, so what is he gonna do? It's pretty obvious that he would send himself to the more dangerous spot and take on all the problems on himself. So this kid does not get in any danger. That just sounds like something a character like him would do. So I wouldn't be surprised if that does happen, and we end up losing him because he pushes himself too far when he really did have a strong ally beside him. So we'll see how this plays out. I hope everybody makes it out alive in this group. I like the assistant guy. he kind of makes it. He makes everything kind of obvious and straightforward. But overall, let me know what you're thinking about all these characters. Do you enjoy the new ones that are joining, or do you just see them as fodder and you want them to get off the screen? Regardless, I want to know your opinion. If not, I will talk to you sooner than later. So with that being said, take care and peace.